my girl
when the first come, if you ain't got nothing on the rig, I'm killing the bug.
Well, I told you, I think mine, at this point, that's my roommate. He's my son. I gotta take care of him and love him. I've named him. His name is Chris Webber.
Shout out to Chris Webber.
Shout out to my Spidey son. But, you know, we here now. So, let's get into the real fun.
Yeah.
You are on the heels of a new project about to drop.
Just dropped.
Will
today.
be out. Yeah,
Today.
that's what I'm saying. It will be out.
Amazing.
By the time they watch this, too. How you feeling?
I'm feeling blessed. It just dropped like last night, so like I've been up all night, been up early morning, just like doing all the artist shit, social media shit, my phone blowing up, like trying to take care of it.
Man, well, shout out to you for giving us that time. You know what I'm saying? I know you busy as hell. Congratulations.
The album's titled Life Sucks, correct?
Yeah.
Life Sucks.
Yeah.
Make sure you stream it.
Agreed.
Sometimes. That's the parentheses I would have put. Life sucks sometimes. Sometimes it's
What's up, guys? Join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last year. With their pick'em game, you can win money by making sports picks. It's time to turn those takes into cash by going higher or lower on player stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and much more. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Sign up now and deposit using promo code FMW to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and free picks.
That was the one. That was
good.
Little asterisk. Yeah. So what's the concept behind that in the title? I don't know if you've really covered it yet on a platform over here, but we would love to hear.
Yeah.
So my first project was called Life is Beautiful, and that was more just like a ode to like looking past the negative in life and like just pay attention to the good things. Yeah. This one is called Life Sucks because like life kind of sucked like the last like few years with like Trump and COVID and shit. Where I was like started this project and it's about looking past life sucking and still appreciating the good things. So it's the same message. It's like an oxymoron.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at this cover. Look at this cover, y'all.
Do the
Yeah, because it's beating his ass.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. Is that what it's signifying? You just life beating your ass at this moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the hands is actually mine because sometimes we beating ourselves up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
That's a fire concept.
All right,
fire.
so could you give us some tangible ways life is whooping your ass at the moment, if you don't mind sharing?
I'm not gonna lie, life's been pretty good recently.
But while I was creating,
You might have just had to check life. Like you might have just had to say, get in line real quick. Like, get off me real quick.
I'm in my winning era right now.
There
but
you go.
Even during that time, you know, it wasn't like terrible, but it just was an uncomfortable time, and like I feel like that's a great place to grow as a human being because we had no choice but to like you couldn't like escape your reality at that point. You had to like sit in the crib and kind of like go through your shit. So it's really just about like mental health and like dealing with your problems and like owning that shit and like coming out a better person.
Because this is your first project in 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that was due to COVID, that was writer's block or any other stipulation. Why was it 5 years?
I was in like some label shit.
Okay.
I was like signed to a label that got brought by another label, then got sold and brought
Politics.
and then this politics stuff, but finally found a home at Master Pill. Shout out to Master Pill and Nas.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's
Been
dope,
great
man.
partners. I own my masters. Like
Fire.
That's a
I'm
wonderful
blessed.
thing.
So it took that time of obviously not only mental growth and personal growth within yourself to be able to create these projects. Because we always talk about like artists need to be able to live a little bit. Like he's adamant like it shouldn't take 4 or 5 years to drop a project, but don't give me something every 6 months to a year because we want to see the growth. So do you feel like in that time frame of time off that allowed you to like make better music, or did it allow you to like put things into perspective to where you're not looking at just from the label side of things but like an individual and like how you create?
I think it definitely allowed me to grow and make better music. It was originally called Life is Beautiful 2, and then throughout the process of making it, I kind of like scrapped half the album, kept like half the songs, and like made new music. So like definitely got better over time. I wasn't purposely trying to take 5 years, but kind of just like with
Life
the situation,
happens.
shit happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not too. It's pretty common in the music industry that stuff like that happens.
For sure.
But now that I'm able to like drop music, I'm gonna like control over the head. But I feel like it's a little different because I'm a producer, DJ.
I was gonna get
so
to
I'm not
that,
like recording the music just myself. I'm like making the music and producing it.
Right.
So I feel like I can output way more music than like a traditional artist.
You're a multi-platinum producer and DJ, but could we run through some of the credits for the people that don't know?
Yeah, I produced Devastated for Joey Badass. I Like Him for Princess Nokia. Black for NBA Youngboy.
Let's go.
I'm forgetting stuff. I'm really like an alternative hip.
Aiko.
No Janae
No
Aiko.
Janae?
I'm an underground like alternative rap artist, producer. So Denzel Curry and like a whole bunch of Beast Codes, Flatbush Zombies, like all my fam.
Yeah, I think that's super dope. It's a very eclectic sound. I got to sit with the project a little bit, and when I was listening to it, I was like, this definitely covers all genres of hip hop. There's something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's crazy when you go through your actual like credentials too. You see the different range of artists that you've worked with. How is being the transition from producer to artist? When did you decide to do that?
I think I've always been doing it. I had a project I dropped actually in 2015. It was like a mixtape, and it was like a beat tape. I had like one featured song on there.
Yeah. And
I kind of used to ignore it because like I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was my first project, but that was my first offering almost like 10 years ago. But I don't know. I would work with so many different artists, and sometimes the song didn't make the album. So like instead of letting the song fall on deaf ears, I'm like, let me just keep this for myself and put it out. And I eventually just built a platform where I could release music for myself.
Do you have a preference? Do you prefer being on either side?
Pick one, like picking a child, man.
Nah, I mean, I feel like it's all in the same because I'm still just creating music. It's
sure.
like, I guess one of them is under my house, but I feel like as a producer, we're sometimes the last people that gets thought of, like business-wise, or like kind of have to like fight to get paid. It's a whole bunch of bullshit that goes on in the industry. So like,
fight to get paid.
As a producer.
From a producer.
Wow. So I was right earlier in the week. We had a little conversation about that. Nonetheless, I want to ask you, every time I interview a producer, I ask them this integral question. What's the difference, in your opinion, what's the difference between a producer and a beat maker? Because I feel there's a distinct difference.
Big difference.
I mean, it's a controversial topic. I definitely started out as a beat maker and grew into a producer. But I feel like a producer is more focused on the finished product of making the best record. Beat maker just trying to make some hot ass beats. And
I agree.
Go about his business.
I look at it as the producer is the one who steps up and take responsibility for the final product, as you spoke to, hitting the giving the root word like product produce.
Yeah.
So if I feel like if you just like, oh, the beat's hot, that's it. But the producer's like, what are the vocals like? Engineering,
start to finish,
the
engineering,
whole
placements.
So that's how I look at it.
Length of song, everything.
I always think that too. It's like a little treat when we get an album from a creator that's a producer and a lyricist, because I feel like we get a better product. And I hate to say it that way, but it goes to your point where it's like an actual producer that knows what they want to do. They can curate like the song structure better. They know how to fill in the pockets of the beat. They like, another thing that I really fucked with about your project is there's hella beat switches in the songs. Like that's really tight to me too, because it's like it really captures what you were feeling in that moment. Like I'm gonna start this a little slow, but then we gonna turn up and then I'm gonna calm back down real quick. But it's like it's really dope, and I think that that's one thing that we can say is unique about what you do.
Oh, thank you.
No, for sure. Yeah, you had like I'm trying to remember which one it was. Is it Galore? I think that has the gospel sample.
That was Smoke.
Yeah. Then I like that one a lot, and I think it's tight when you integrate, like I said, other genres, other sounds, all into one. It was a good project. It was a solid project. Yeah.
Well, you made a post and you asked the timeline which song you playing first. So now I'm gonna flip the script. Which song are you playing first?
Yeah, well, I was blurring my question. What's your favorite
I'm sorry.
song? No, go ahead. You got it.
It's hard, man. It's like they all my children. It's hard to pick a favorite, and you know, like having this for a little bit of time, like different songs become my favorite song for like however like so months.
What is it today?
Today I'm gonna say SMH.
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 Okay.